Alexandru, you lost young ones? Yeah, not yet. Not yet. I'm not gonna call them lost yet, but I'm waiting for a few that they went. I knew they were gonna go. I knew they were gonna fly, and did they fly? So I had some that were flying for 2-3 hours up over the house before I lost sight of them. But it's 5 o'clock now. They usually eat every night at 5:30. So if they're around, they'll come back. But I figure I'll go live while I sit out here and wait for them. So you guys can come hang out with me. Let me move this closer so I can lean back and still read what you guys have to say. It's like race day, sitting out in my chair with my coffee and my shake can. I got a dropper right here in the crate next to me. They're like sitting ducks. I don't want to let it just sit out there and get picked off by a hawk. Besides, the birds know where we are. They'll come back. Or not. It happens. You know, not gonna cry about it. It is what it is. Not all of them are smart. Not all of them are strong. And the smart ones and the strong ones will come back. What's in the thermo cup? Coffee. Not alcohol. Coffee. Although I could use a stiff drink right now. But I figure we'll go live. We can hang out while I wait for some birds. I do expect to get a couple back before dark. Petey's? No, this is Jen's Hens coffee. I gotta say, every time the sun goes behind a cloud, it gets like cool. And I put the hat on, and then the cloud passes, and the sun beats down on me, and I get hot. And I take the hat off. But, yeah, listen, guys, I mean, I kind of consider today a success. I mean, I let out, I don't even know how many I let out, 24, 25 birds. You know, it's time to take the training wheels off. They were in the net for 3 weeks, and sink or swim time. But 8 minutes after I let him out, the hawk grabbed one on the roof, my neighbor's roof, and he let go of that bird. That bird took off. The hawk went one way, the pigeon went the other way. I don't know if I'll see that one again. But my birds that were here when it happened didn't scatter. They went back to the loft. The birds I'm waiting for were long gone out of the area before that happened. So, not out of the area, but they were up flying. So, I don't even know if they saw that take place. But, you know, it is, like I said, it is what it is. I'm not going to cry about it. Can't cry over spilt milk. You know, everybody goes through it. It's young birds. That's just what happens. Same thing happened last year. Happened this year. It's going to happen every year. That, you know, doesn't always go well the first time you let them out. But not going to cry about it. That's why you breed, you know, you breed a lot. So we'll see. The day's not over. It's only 5 o'clock now, 5:01. We've got 2 hours of daylight left. And like I said, 5:30 is feeding time, so they know what time they eat. And if not, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I'll get up. It's supposed to be a little breezier tomorrow, so I'm probably not going to let the young birds out tomorrow. But I'll get up. I'll fly the old birds. I'll let the old birds out. I'll put some of them out, let them fly, and that should bring in a couple of birds. But they're around. They'll be back. Exactly. Yeah, Kevin, exactly. Can't cry about it. What's the expression? Shit happens. How many out and about? I lost 12 at a time, 3 years in a row, from 2020 to 2022. How many have you gotten back so far? Jason, I've got, I think, 8 or 9 still out. Only one I'm concerned I'll never see again because the hawk did grab it. But after the hawk attack, I have 15 came back. 15 out of, like I said, 24, 25. But I was explaining earlier, the ones that are missing, aside from the one the hawk grabbed, the ones that are missing were flying before that happened. So I don't think they even know the hawk showed up. They were just flying. So I think right now is our prototypical young birds that went on an adventure, and they just have to figure out how to get back. I am going to be posting a video because this is hysterical. This was hours ago now. I was like, you know what? Let me go walk down the street and see if I see any of these birds on any of the neighbors' roofs. And about 3 houses away, one of my birds was on the roof, the neighbor's roof. And I whistle. I was like, go home. And I whistled, and he came dropping down off the roof and tried to land on me, and then flew across the street to the other neighbor's house and followed me home. I was whistling. He came down from the other neighbor's roof to the ground across the street. I was in my backyard at that point, looking over the fence, going, come on, let's go, snapping my fingers. I was like, come on, time to come home. And he flew across the street and landed on the ground right in front of me. And I was like, let's go, come on, back to the house. Let's go, back home. And he flew around and landed on the roof of my house and then dropped down to the roof of the loft and went inside. He literally followed me home from down the street. And I got it on video. That's the best part, because you wouldn't believe it if I didn't catch it on video. I sent a couple of the clips to Kevin, Oscar Prom and Jaeger, and I sent a couple of the videos to him. I got to edit them, and, I'll make a video with it. But he saw the clips. It was hysterical. The bird literally followed me home like a dog. And it's one of my offsprings. The babies are Rocky. My black cock from last year's race team, who's like my friendliest bird and just like hangs out on me. So it's funny how that, Oh, and Jason, I mean, thanks for your opinion, but I disagree. I know they're strong. It's what's going to happen. They have to go out. I mean, we breed early. The hawks are bad. You got to get them to March, and then it is what it is. Had them in the net for 3 weeks, so the smart ones will come back. Lawrence, that's a smart bird. Yeah, I was cracking up when he came dropping off the roof and tried to land on me. And wait till you guys see the video. I'll put it in a video. It's really funny. He followed me home. Lawrence, I have your dropper, by the way. It's not ready to be weaned yet. I said it in another live, and I think you already left because you were working with your birds. But one of the eggs didn't make it, so I got one in a nest for you. Jason Jordan, amen, the smart ones will come back. Yeah, I mean, listen, last year I would have been a nervous wreck. I would have been a disaster about this, but I learned last year, the smart ones and the strong ones come back. So if you don't come, I mean, it is what it is. They know how to get back. They're in the area. I saw them. They stayed around for quite a while, so they know where we are. They'll come back. And if they don't come back, I move on and worry about the ones that I do have still. I thought he was going to land on your head. I thought he was going to land on my head too, Kevin. It was 2 times, actually. He dropped off the neighbor's roof and tried to land on me. And then when he was on my roof, he dropped off and tried to land on me. But he's inside. He's in the loft. He got a little meal. So I figured, I want to show you guys. Thanks. Whenever it's ready, I'll pick it up. Okay, yeah, sorry I don't have 2 for you. I really tried. I did 2 nests with them, and for whatever reason, each time, one egg didn't hatch. And one I just kept trying to get you a pair, and then it happened again. So I have 1 for you, and if you want more, I can breed you more. Blanc Loft, your video. of your birds hanging out on the building you chased with the drone reminds me of that. I remember that video. That was funny when he had to go to the grocery store, supermarket parking lot and chase his birds off. Mine are somewhere. They'll be back. I had two. So I have three black pigeons. One is in the loft. He came back. The other one, I'm not sure which one it was, is with either a blue bar or a blue check. Those two were together the entire time. They flew around for 2 hours, just zipping all over the place, coming over the house, just flying. And then I didn't see them again for about an hour and a half, and then they flew over again. So that was 3.5 hours after I let them out. I really feel like those birds flew for 3.5 hours, and which is ridiculously strong. But they flew over the house about 15 times, so they know where we are. They'll sneak back in. You guys know how it is. They you know, you let them out. They do a little more than they should the first time, and then right before dark they try to sneak back in. But hawks made them do that, I think. No, Lawrence, oh, your birds. Never mind. Your birds on the roof. Who knows why your birds did that, but it was pretty funny how you chased them with the drone. I actually was in my basement today. I made a new drop trap, a better one. Actually, I have it on my deck. I didn't put it in yet. I'm going to put it in tomorrow, but I'm going to go grab it and I'll show you guys. All right, I'm back. Back this up a little bit. Kevin, his birds were landing. He would let them out to loft fly, and they would leave, and they would go and land on the roof of a supermarket, like at a shopping center, like a ways from his house. And I don't know how he found them, and he went back with the drone and chased them off the supermarket roof. But here, guys, here it is. Let me back this up a little more so I can get the whole thing in the picture. But I made this today at a PVC board so it won't rot, because my first one was a prototype, and I made it with 3 slots so I can trap 3 at a time. That's about the width that I can make it. And I'm going to install this tomorrow for the young bird side, but I don't know if you guys saw one of my videos where I switched from the bobs to the drop trap thanks to a recommendation from somebody on one of my videos, and I'm not going to look back at all. This is so much better than bobs, so much better. But yeah, I think it came out pretty nice. Jason Jordan trap looks great. Thanks, man. Yeah, I think it's going to do wonders for trapping in. So I put these little extra pieces I ripped down on the sides so I can just, you know, screw it in. And then I'll have the birds, when they come in, they'll come in through this. And then when I chase them out, I'll have this open on top with a little door. So I'll chase them out on the top, and then I'll shut that, and they have to come in through the bottom. So it came out pretty nice. Like I said, I made a prototype. It worked really well out of just scrap wood. And this one I wanted to make a little nicer. And I might make one for the old birds, but I had them out today and they trap in fine. They don't really mind the bobs. But I think this is going to be good for the young birds. And I might eventually change over the old bird side to one of these as well. But I use that PVC board so it won't rot. This should last forever. I'll throw that down here. Looks, I had GPS ring on a couple of birds so I knew where they were hiding. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Looks factory made. The all new Danza dropper trap. Yeah, I should patent it, the Danza dropper trap. I'm hoping while I'm live, 1 or 2 of these birds comes back. And I was kind of bored just sitting out here by myself, just staring at the sky. So I figured I'd go live and have some people to talk to. But hopefully a bird comes back, a bird or two comes back while we're running. And you guys can see behind me, so tell me if you see a pigeon. I got a good view, a good like 270-degree view. Behind me is a little tough. A lot of crows around now. That's what I was missing this morning, were the crows. They will come back. Yeah, Lawrence, I know they'll come back. I'm just hoping they'll come back while I have the live going. That would be nice, you know. I'm trying to share everything with everybody and see, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, don't always go smooth. But honestly, today was a success in my eyes. The fact that the hawk showed up, grabbed that bird. I had 13 or 14 birds on the roof of the loft when it happened, and instead of scattering, they went back to the loft. They didn't vanish on me. So that's one thing they learned in the net was they don't have to, you know, go back to the loft. Don't just take off. The loft is safe. So that was cool. The one bird that I'm not pleased about that is, I mean, listen, I want them all back if I could take my pick, but I had one bird was double inbred Wolverine on the sire side and double inbred Black Champ Hardy Kruger on the dam side, and they only gave me one round of eggs. The one baby I sent to the Martinez Classic. The other baby is off somewhere, and it seems like that's going to be the only pair of birds I get from them. That was their first round. They still haven't laid a second round of eggs, so I don't know what the hell is going on with that, but I hope that bird comes back because I'd like to see what it can do. I used to always wonder what my neighbors thought of the frantic whistling when I lived in town trying to call the birds down. Jason, I wonder that myself, and I think my neighbors already think I'm insane, so they probably just ignoring me at this point. And right now, they just listen to me talk to myself because they don't know I have a YouTube live going. Although my whistling might sound better than my 7-year-old in the house playing this stupid clarinet thing she has. The whistling might be a little bit better. I can't wait for you guys to see the video of the bird following me home. And hopefully we get a few more. Lawrence, how have did you get your young birds out again after that? I know you had an issue with the hawk the other day, and you had 2 come back, one the following day, and I think 1 2 days later. Any more problems, or have you not gotten them out again since then? Yeah, I'm gonna edit it tonight, Jason and Lawrence. I was kind of hoping to get a couple more birds coming back in that video, but at this rate, it's not looking like I'll get it on video because if they come back, I'll get it on a live. But yeah, it's funny. That bird is, the bird that followed me home is Black Widow, and the father is Black Widow, Kittle, and Golden Matins, and the mother is Mussolini. So it's however you want to divide that up. I want to give them a break tomorrow, maybe. Yeah, I think I'm gonna not let mine out, my young ones out tomorrow, just because it's gonna be breezy. I'm not as protected as you are. I'm closer to the water, so I think tomorrow's gonna be like 15 to 20 mile an hour winds. So I'm probably gonna let the old birds out in the morning for a loft fly and try to get them their muscles stretched a little bit and leave the young ones in tomorrow. Hello, I like your new idea. Which new idea, Owen? The drop trap? I got these 2 neighbors right here. You guys know, you've seen my birds. They land on that tall house next to my loft all the time because of how high it is. And, If it's this year's anything like last year, I won't see any birds show up, and they'll just like appear on the peak of that roof. And then we'll see if we can get them down. I will say though, I mean, just wait for other young birds to come back. Yeah, I mean, Lawrence, honestly, my old birds don't really loft fly. They fly laps for about 10 minutes and then they land. So I might use them to bring in some of the young birds that are close, which worked today. I let the 5 cocks out to fly and had a young bird come back with them. They were just, you know, they did laps around the house for about 10 minutes. And I was watching them and I was like, look at that one bird, just like forgot how to fly in a group. And then I realized it was a young one saw them and came back. And they came down with them. So that worked out. We'll see. Anybody else feel like it's like nerve-wracking to when they spend the night out? But I found last year that any of the birds that spent the night out like never screwed up again. You know, obviously not counting like races and stuff that were, you know, tough races, but just from like loft flying and you know, road training and stuff, I really found that any bird that spent the night out in the settling process never screwed up again. Anybody else notice that as well with their birds? It's like part of me almost wants them to spend the night out, but also want them to come home. Okay, gotcha. Well, let's see if any come back tonight. Actually, I'm going to leave the phone here real quick. I hate when they spend the night out. At my old house, owls would pick them off. I don't really have owls over here, not that I know of, but I don't think owls are really a problem here. But yes, if there's an owl, I would definitely not want them out overnight because they don't miss. Hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna go see on the house next door, see if any birds landed there. Well, the only thing on my neighbor's roof is a cardinal. Yes, my best ever racer spent 2 nights out when settling. Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like the ones that do the best end up spending a night out. Drives you nuts when they do it, but they really wisen up fast when they spend the night out. We'll see. I had 4 babies from my race team hatch early. Like, they hatched, I think, the day before January 1st, like December 31st, December 30th. I had two sets of eggs hatched, so 4 babies. I was really concerned about them because they're a couple weeks older than everybody else. And a 50% success rate with them today. 2 were somewhere, and 2 came right back. So, you know, I guess it depends on the bird. But 2 of them are in there, and 2 of them are somewhere else. Do you know Graham Byram? Oh, I don't know him personally. I've seen some of his videos. I had a pair of barred owls that lived in the yard. I went to collect a young bird off the roof one evening. It flew up out of my grasp, and a barred owl flew over my shoulder to pick it off. Yeah, the owls they're great hunters. They really are good hunters. Nothing can see them coming, and they're silent. Did you see that video, Jason, where they show they have a pigeon fly from a table to somebody, and then they hear the sound, like the sound waves and the sounds it makes, the decibels, and then they do a hawk. I think it was a peregrine, and you can hear the sound it makes. And then they did an owl, and it didn't make a sound at all. Completely silent, flying across the room. It was a pretty cool experiment. I think you could find it on YouTube if you haven't seen it. Do you know Graham Byram's Lofts? Yeah, I know his YouTube channel. I don't know him personally. I watch some of his videos, and I know he comments on mine from time to time. Why? What's going on with him? Yup, seen it silent. It's a cool video. It was cool seeing that. I didn't realize how quiet they were. Well, it's 5:23. We're getting close to dinner time. I usually feed them between 5:30 and 5:45. So I would think anywhere between now and 6 might have a bird turn back up. We'll see. Everybody's getting hungry. The old birds, I hear them in there making a ruckus. The breeders are making a ruckus even though they all ate already. They just act like I never feed them because I need his email. I don't know his email. I've never spoken to him before other than a couple of YouTube comments. And I don't even think you can ask him on his YouTube. Did you feed the young birds yesterday? No, Lawrence, I didn't feed them yesterday. They skipped their meal, so they should be hungry. You know, the doves drive me insane. I always see the doves out of the corner of my eyes, and I think it's one of my birds. I got one bird that I don't know if it's going to come back. It's one of my older birds, and for a considerable amount of time, I thought the bird was deaf. And it could be deaf. I don't know. I haven't seen that one since I opened the door this morning. So if it comes back, I guess it's not deaf. And if it doesn't come back, I'm going to assume it's deaf. If he would quit turning off his comments on his videos, people might correspond to him. Who? Graham? Yeah, I noticed his comments are all off on his videos. I don't know why. I guess he doesn't like what people have to say. That's his prerogative, I guess. YouTube gives you the option, so. I won't turn comments off. I don't care what anybody says. I know not everybody's going to agree with me. Some people think I'm going to think I'm an idiot. Some people are going to think I'm smart. Some people are going to give me good advice. Some people are going to give me bad advice. And I'll read them and respond and be polite to everybody and ignore the things I don't like. But I'll leave the comments on. Yes, Graham. I don't see anything. Lots of crows around right now. YouTube can be brutal. Yeah, the internet's a brutal place. But I mean, the comments kind of come with the territory. The best comment on Instagram, I love reading the comments on Instagram. They crack me up. People are just so mean, and I have a dark sense of humor, so I laugh. Oh, it cracks me up, the comment sections. Spongile, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, but hey, how are you? I know Kevin doesn't go on Instagram. I don't know if you have Instagram, Jason, but I love scrolling the reels and reading the comments. I die laughing. how brutal people are. Really cracks me up. I think like the meaner the comment, the more I laugh too. It's sad. I probably shouldn't, but like I said, I got a warped sense of humor. You guys just don't see it. I behave on YouTube, but I'm a blue collar union worker, so my sense of humor is dark. I talk to Kevin a lot on Messenger. He knows I got a warped sense of humor that I really keep to myself on YouTube. Sometimes my wife, I'm sure many days my wife questions why she agreed to marry me with the things I think are funny. Comments are hilarious. Yeah, it's really cracked me up. You know what I find the funniest too, speaking of warped sense of humors? Watching a video and somebody just like open hand slapping somebody else. I roll, I belly laugh. It cracks me up just seeing like a good open hand slap where it makes like, the louder the smack sound, the more I laugh. Just not that like, that slap UFC slap contest thing. That doesn't make me laugh. I think that's stupid. But like, you know, just the spontaneous, somebody slapping somebody else just cracks me up. Is it morning there? No, it's evening. It is, I just looked right at the sun, so I can't see anything right now. 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. No birds yet. I feel like it's race day. Sitting out here in my chair. Danza, can you read my comment above? And my dad and I race birds and cannot race because we cannot afford a clock. He is selling his? And my father is turning 60. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You guys gotta look online and see if there's a clock for sale that's pre-owned or used. I think some clubs can arrange to lend you a clock. Danza, can you read my comment? Did you get that bird back that the hawk hit? No, not yet. Not yet. I don't know if I'm gonna get that bird back. I don't know. I don't know how bad he was grabbed. I guess time will tell. I still got a bunch of birds that are out there somewhere. I got a handful of birds that are off exploring Middletown. So, we'll see if they'll be back. One of them is my really cool slate-colored bird. Now I'm thinking about it, he's not in the loft. Both the JT's babies came back. They didn't vanish on me. But one's like a slate Jansen. That bird's gone. That's a pretty bird. I don't know. I should be 23:29 in South Africa. So what is that? 11:30 p.m. You should be sleeping. Every time I see a bird go by, I think it's a pigeon. You guys want to see some pigeons? Can you see those guys? Sitting there like they're cool. Walking around like we didn't screw up today. I usually wait till the trees get leaves on them, then I'll let the youngsters out. Yeah, in a perfect world, but I bred early this year, and last year I let the birds out in February, and I had like one hawk attack, and then I didn't see a hawk again for over a month. I had the birds out almost every day. So this year, all the crows came back. I didn't see the hawk in over a week, and I was like, oh, great. And I let the birds out, and 8 minutes later, the hawk showed up. But they got to go through Hawk University. They got to learn what to do, how to evade them, and how to do the acrobatics in the sky, not get caught. They got to learn all that stuff because, you know, here they're flying back across the whole state of Pennsylvania. They're probably getting attacked by hawks and falcons the whole way, so they got to know what to do. It's Hawk University. I wish it was Monday. I don't wish it was Monday. Why would you wish it was Monday? I'd be at work. I'd be just getting home from work right now. That would be terrible. It's got to be something close. It's a little breezy right now too. I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't affect it. I mean, it's not bad. This isn't wind that I would have been concerned about letting settled birds fly in. So it shouldn't really affect them too much, but it is a little breezy right now. The Hawk Gauntlet. Yeah, Pennsylvania is the Hawk Gauntlet for sure. That's like wilderness out there. They gotta learn though. They gotta learn. Jason, did you send a bird to Little Loft? I think I saw in a video you sent a bird, right? Or did you start breeding late? I try to remember. I try to follow all you guys' videos, and then I kind of jumble them up into not knowing whose video I watched. How much battery do I have? My phone was about to die. I have it plugged in right now. 70%. I'm gonna unplug this. Sent to Little Loft. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm excited to see how everybody's birds do there. You guys are gonna come with me. We're gonna go for a walk. We're gonna see if there's any birds on roofs nearby. We'll see if we can find anything. How I found the last one. Maybe we'll find another one. It'll follow me home live. I'm actually shocked at the one that followed me home. That one is not really, usually when I go in there and I hand feed them and they land on me, I try to pay attention to who's who does that. That one's never done that before. So that's pretty cool. A son of a bird from last year. Oh, cool. No, nothing on the typical houses. It's usually those real tall houses they kind of show back up on. Let's see. I don't see anything dead and eaten out here, so robins everywhere, squirrels. Drives me nuts how these wild birds and the squirrels and there's rabbits everywhere and they never seem to get eaten. The hawks go right after our pigeons. It's really annoying. I don't see anything. I haven't even seen anything fly by in a while. Game on at the Martinez. Yeah, game on is right. Hopefully the birds do well. Goddamn doves. Well, I didn't see anything. Where is that? What are you asking? Where is that? The Martinez is if it's the Martinez, that's a one loft race in California. And Little Loft on the Hill is another YouTube guy. So his YouTube channel is Little Loft on the Hill. And he takes all the YouTubers, like a bird from a bunch of different YouTubers, and then he races them in his combine. And then it's like a fun online competition. There's there's no prize or reward or anything at Little Loft. Just kind of like bragging rights. Look at all the smack talk happening. One off made his hen that flew a little off. Well, they know that race course, so that should be a pretty good combo for there, Jason. Listen, Jason, I hope you win at Little Loft. And I hope me and Kevin win at the Martinez. You can come in second place at the Martinez, but we need to win. No birds. Really surprised by the two that were flying really well. Figured they'd be back for sure. Guess not. LOL. LMAO, laugh my ass off. Are you from America? Yes, I'm from America, New Jersey, the East Coast. I'm about an hour south of New York City. I'll take first ace and you can win the final. All right, that sounds fair to me. I'll allow that. I don't know though, which one is more money? Which one's more money, Jason? Me and Kevin want whichever one is more money. You can have the other one. Right now, Jason, our four birds are putting a scare into your entries in the main loft as we speak. I don't know, Kevin. These birds they seem like they keep to themselves a little bit more. They're not insane. I didn't send any from the pair that gave me crackhead last year. Crackhead was an insane pigeon. There was something not right in that bird's head. No birds. Nothing. Bunch of jerks. When they get back, me and them are going to have a nice stern talking with. You know, I told them before I let them out this morning to make good choices. The same thing my mom used to say to me when I was 12 years old going out with my friends, you know, the finger point, make good choices. I gave them that little lecture before I opened the door, and so far they're not making good choices. So whoever comes back we're going to have a conversation. Somebody's going to be grounded. My birds are little this year. Never had a year with so many that want to fight me. Must be something in the water, Jason. What are you putting in that water? You giving them coffee mixed with Red Bull? Yeah, no birds. Me and these pigeons gotta have a conversation. CC Loft, they're out there learning. The ones that come back. Oh yeah, they'll definitely be smarter if they come back. But we're still gonna have a conversation. This behavior is unacceptable. They're worse than my kids. My kids do the opposite of everything I say, and the pigeons do the opposite of everything I say. I can't win in the house. I can't win out of the house. I almost just got crushed by a sparrow. And I got 3 daughters in the house, so I really don't get listened to. 3 daughters and my wife. I'm like the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to opinions and advice. Seems like the birds are taking a page out of everybody else's book. Well, still nothing, guys. Still nothing. How long is this live going on? 45 minutes? All right. I'll take it. Then we can win the final. You can win the 10K. All right. I'll allow it. You can take second place in the final race, too. Then I think that gets you close to even. Then we all work out. We all make out well. Gonna have to do like a summoning circle in my backyard, you know, like with a star and some candles, and do some weird something or other and make these birds appear. You at the bottom of the pecking order. I'm definitely at the bottom of the pecking order. There's days I get home from work and I'm getting the silent treatment from everybody, and I don't even know why. I just let everybody go to bed and they'll talk to me in the morning. It's like these women, they're all in bad moods on the same day. Works, tell him to go ahead and make out the checks. Kevin, message Mario. Tell him the race has already been decided. We took first, Jason took second, and Ace Pigeon. And just call it now. Send the birds back and mail some checks. Well, no birds. I thought for sure I'd get a couple back by now. You guys remember last year? I don't know. Who was here last year at this point when I was settling birds? Did I even make videos settling birds? Because I was crapping my pants. I was just a disaster last year. Surprisingly calm today, despite the fact that I have 8 or 9 birds somewhere in my town. I even tried to have good karma. I went last night. Somebody messaged me on Facebook from my town that they found a pigeon in their yard with a band, and if I could come and help. And I went at 9 o'clock last night. I drove to their house, and I brought this bird home, and it's a tail owl, so it's in a cage in my house, recovering, I guess, from going missing. So I tried to, you know, give myself some good juju, go pick up a bird I didn't know anything about that somebody found. And then now I got 8 or 9 birds somewhere, so maybe my good juju means they'll come back tomorrow or in another hour. I remember you had 2, one with white flights in the beginning. Yeah, I still have the one with the white flights, CC. She's right there. Let me flip this around. Nope, she just went back inside. If she comes back out, I'll flip the camera around. I don't make videos settling or racing. It's stressful enough without that added work of filming. Yeah, you know what, Jason, you're right. This is why I'm actually really enjoying the lives, because I don't have to do any editing. I just set the camera up and then do my thing. So I think I'm going to do that for races too. I'm going to try to find a nice area in the yard to set up the phone with a good vantage point and the charger in, and then I'll just go live for the races. At least the shorter races in the beginning, I'll go live. I'm not going to go live for the longer races, and then, you know, sitting out here for 6-7 hours waiting for birds to come home. I'm not going to do that, but the shorter races, I'm going to go live for. Yeah, try the lives, Jason. They're actually pretty cool. I feel like most people enjoy them because you can directly communicate. I got one guy who gets mad at me for doing this. He calls them the skinny videos. I like it. It's my fault. YouTube offers the service, or offers the the way to do this. You know, YouTube doesn't, you can't do a live video in landscape mode, so, and the guy gets mad at me. I mean, at this point, I wish he would just unsubscribe and stop telling me he hates the videos because of the format. Like, I can control it. But I think YouTube, if you're listening, make it so we can do lives in landscape mode. I don't understand why we can't, but Tim Sparks, love the live videos, more interactive. Yeah, that's how I feel, Tim. It's definitely more interactive. I mean, especially just like right now, I'm just sitting out here waiting for birds. So why not go live and be able to talk to people who have birds? You know, instead of going inside and pacing the house and staring out the window every 10 minutes and telling my wife, still nothing. Like she wants to hear that every 10 minutes. Down in Texas. That is not a pigeon. You know, these wild birds need to go away. Stop getting my hopes up. There's 3 vultures. I saw something moving behind you, bro. There is an abundance of doves flying from behind me. There's just like birds everywhere that aren't my pigeons. I hope you saw one of my pigeons. I really do. Said 3 vultures go by, 3 or 4 doves just flew over. Hopefully it is one of my pigeons. Let me go look out, get up and look real quick. Let me turn you towards them so you guys can watch the birds instead of nothing while I whistle. It's not a bird or doves, it's a ghost. Maybe it is a ghost. Maybe it's the ghost of my grandfather finding my pigeons. Looks like the new red fox Jansen doing some courting. Yeah, probably. He's trying to find a girlfriend, but the hen he's trying to court is actually Rocky's girlfriend. So if that red fox Jansen knows what's good for him, he'll probably stop because Rocky can fight red-tailed hawks. So I think he could beat up that red fox. I swear if I had a shotgun, I'd start shooting all these doves. Every time they make me think it's a pigeon, I just blow it out of the sky. Just joking, YouTube. You don't have to ban me. I'm not gonna actually shoot the doves. All right, though, guys. We're going on an hour again and no birds, but probably going to end this live. But thanks for hanging out. I mean, that definitely made the time go by a little faster. Wasn't as boring sitting here staring at nothing. So, hey, listen, I'll update tomorrow. I'll post a video tomorrow with a bird that followed me home. And, yeah, keep your fingers crossed, everybody, that these birds show back up. That would be cool. But all right, I'm gonna go inside. It's getting cool out here. I'll probably watch from the window. If not tonight, they'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I think. But I'm gonna go inside. I just drank this giant thing of iced coffee, so I need to use the bathroom. And let me go hang out with the kids before my wife kills me for being out here all day. But thanks everybody for hanging out with me the last hour, and I'll keep everybody posted. If any birds come back, maybe I'll just put a post in the community page and update everybody as it happens. But thanks for hanging out, and it was cool chatting. Jason, good luck with your birds, and Tim, no problem. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, take it easy.